Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Weekly Tech News. This week's episode is going to be looking at 6 amazing articles all the way from Fortnite to how latest research claims that your viewing time of the internet may be affecting your brain. So, before further ado, let's get started. So our first article looks at how heavy screen time appears to impact children's brains. Researchers have found different patterns in brain scans among children who record heavy smart device and video game use, according to initial data from a major ongoing US study. The first wave of information from the US 300 million National Institute of Health study is showing that those 9 and 10-year-old kids spending more than 7 hours a day using such devices show sign of premature thinning of the cortex, the brain's outermost layer that processes sensory information. We don't know if it's being caused by the screen time. We don't know yet if it's a bad thing, said Gaia Dowling, an NIH doctor working on the project, explaining the preliminary findings in an interview with the CBS News program 60 Minutes. What we can say is that this is what the brain looks like of kids who spend a lot of time on screens. And it's not just one pattern, she said. The NIH data also showed that kids who spend more than 2 hours a day on screens score worse on language and reasoning tests. The study, which involves scanning the brains of 4,500 children, eventually aims to show whether screen time is addictive, but researchers need several years to understand such long-term outcomes. In many ways, the concern that investigators like I have is that we're sort in this midst of a natural kind of uncontrolled experiment on the next generation of children. Dimitri Christakis, a lead author of the American Academy of Pediatrics' most recent guidelines on screen time, told 60 Minutes. Initial data from the study will be released in early 2019. The Academy now recommends parents avoid digital media use except video chatting in children younger than 18 to 24 months. On to the next article. Google gave US users different search results for gun control immigration. DuckDuckGo said Google's users get different results when they search for the same terms, even when logged out from their Google accounts and in private browsing mode, according to a study by DuckDuckGo, a rival based in Paoli, Pennsylvania, to Google. Google said the study was flawed. DuckDuckGo said most of its 87 survey participants received unique lists of links when searching Google for gun control, immigration, and vaccination. For example, 76 people across the United States saw 62 different sets of search results for gun control, despite using Google's private browsing mode called Incognito. The users submitted the identical queries at the same time, and the survey didn't count different local websites as a variation in results, DuckDuckGo said. One person who searched for gun control saw a link to the National Rifle Association at the top of the result page, but Wikipedia listed much later. Another top result was Wikipedia without any link to the NRA on the first results page. A third got the NRA link, but nothing from Wikipedia. DuckDuckGo did not provide information about the participants' political learnings. Even if results generate the same list of links, the order they occur in can have major influence on which one the user clicks, according to DuckDuckGo. It said giving a link can get twice as many clicks as the link after it. Let's move on to another article. Alexa is now turning towards customers for helping to answer those extra tough questions you may have. Amazon has introduced Alexa Answers, a feature that allows invited customers to answer questions and add information to Alexa's knowledge. Do you know when bats grow in winter? How about what cork is made of? Alexa previously didn't, so she turned towards customers who did for the answers. It's not often that Alexa gets stumped by a question, but of course, her knowledge is finite. Despite it seeming like she knows everything, to answer those difficult inquiries, Amazon will be sending emails to customers inviting them to add information lacking from Alexa's knowledge matrix via a feature called Alexa Answers. As of this week, contributors began adding information on topics like how long it takes for an ice cube tray to freeze or who wrote the score for Lord of the Rings. Such questions began being answered last month during the beta test of the feature, during which over 100,000 contributions were added to Alexa's knowledge, which have been provided to customers millions of times already. Our next article looks at how Fortnite prepares for its 7th season. Fortnite Creative is the game's new construct and play attraction, giving all players a private island upon which they can build, lay down their own rules, mess around, and even record films, all without the pressure of 99 other players bearing down on them in the main game mode, Fortnite Battle Royale. It's a free update from December 13th, while Epic Games is encouraging players to sign up for its season-based Battle Pass in order to gain access to Creative a week early from December 6th. Creative mode also moves in on the sort of territory usually well associated with Minecraft and Roblox. Fortnite fans have also been accustomed to mild tweaks and wild overhauls with each new season, and in that respect, Season 7 is no different. Next, Spotify lets listeners review this year in music. With the year coming to an end, Spotify is giving users a chance to look back at the year in music with the return of its Wrapped mini site. Backed by popular demand, Wrapped allows users to rediscover and share the music and podcasts that formed your personal soundtrack in 2018. Enter the site to enjoy a customized interactive experience based on the music you'll listen to this year, says Spotify. The Wrapped site offers various insights, including the first song played and the first new band discovered in the year, plus uses most played singers, songs, and genres. It also creates 2 playlists based on the user's top 100 songs and a Taste Breaker playlist made of songs from genres and artists that they would not usually listen to broaden users' horizons. These playlists automatically appear in the Spotify app. Spotify says premium users will be able to dig deeper into their data and be given access to additional insights about their year in listening. And our final article comes from Instagram. The internet is loving Instagram's latest glitch. Instagram said on December 6th it was aware of an issue that making bars appear over photos, as some users of the social network wondered if garbled images were just an attempt of artistic expressions. We know this is frustrating and are working to resolve it as quickly as possible, Instagram said on a post in Twitter just a week ago. Users were quick to take on Twitter to ask Instagram what was going on. What is happening? One Spanish journalist asked. A photographer in North Carolina, however, called the distortions amazing and artistic. Other users complained about a apparent glitch involving a pop-up window that said action blocked, although it wasn't immediately clear if the issues were related at all. DownDetector.com, a website that tracks glitches across the internet, said Instagram had been having issues since 1:16 New York time. And that summarizes this week's weekly tech news. Hope all of you have enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Bye.